You mentioned that you have an 18-month-old little boy who sounds like he's a little resistant to bedtime. He doesn't go to bed until 11 o'clock. And for some toddlers, this is normal, and in many situations, it's a routine that's been created by the parents. For example, with our first baby, our child went to bed really late because we went to bed late. And if you're out doing things late at night, then kids are going to go to bed later. With our second child, we kind of settled down a little bit, and our kids go to bed earlier just because the situation in our life has changed. Now, you mentioned that you've tried a nighttime routine and you've also tried letting him cry it out, neither of which have worked. But there are a few things that you can do to promote sleep and to hopefully move his bedtime back a little bit, because it sounds like you're wanting to do that. A bedtime routine is really important, and you mentioned that you've tried that, but just to revisit that idea, children should be put to bed around the same time every night, and a routine usually needs to start a little bit before to get them to wind down. For some kids, this is a bath and a bedtime story. For other children, it's just rocking, maybe having mom sing to him. Whatever it is, be consistent and persistent about it, because kids crave routine, and when they start that routine, they then know it's bedtime. Make sure that the lights are dim, the sounds are turned down, and that your child is ready for sleep. And it's really important to put him to bed drowsy and awake. So if you get him to sleep some other place in your house on a regular basis and then put him to sleep, that kind of inhibits his ability to fall asleep on his own. He is to the point where he can fall asleep on his own. And again, that's where the crying it out kind of comes in. When you put him to bed, if he resists and he's crying, it is okay to let him cry. And this might continue on for days until his little brain understands that this is the way things are going to be. Kids at this age kind of have a 4-day reset point in their brain. And if things are done consistently for 4 to 7 days, they usually respond pretty well to it and develop the new routine or habit that you're trying to teach them. Now, as for moving his bedtime back, if you do it slowly, you may have more success. So if he currently goes to sleep at 11 o'clock, start putting him down at 11:45. Start the normal bedtime routine that you've been doing prior to that, 15 minutes sooner than you've been doing it. Get 10:45 down, and then once he's going to sleep at 10:45, move it to 10:30, and then to 10:15, and then 10 o'clock, and then just keep going with this until you get him to the bedtime that you'd like him to be at. Sometimes afternoon naps interfere with bedtime, and so you might be able to play with his nap time as well. Most kids at this age are sleeping 10 to 13 hours each day. Sometimes this happens all at night and kids don't nap. Other times they break it up between naps and nighttime. So you can play with nap times as well too. If he's taking a late afternoon nap, maybe bump that to an earlier time during the day, and then he'll be more tired when nighttime comes and hopefully go to sleep a little bit earlier for you. If you find that these things aren't working, then it's okay to ask your pediatrician for advice. They can also ask you more specific questions about the observations you've made with the sleep habits and decide if further investigation is necessary, like if there's sleep disorders behind it. There are childhood sleep disorders out there, and the doctor can decide if any of those apply to your son. Good luck with everything, though. I hope these tips help you sleep better. And if you have any other questions in the future, feel free to ask them on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Intermountain Moms, and recommend us to your friends and family too.